And one final question, Mr. Bryant. What do you see that makes this trader so special?
I see a calmness. There's a serious calmness about him, which is extremely deadly. Right? Because he's not up, he's not down, he's not contemplating what just happened before or worrying about what's to come next. He's just there.
All right, I'm long inside of this fair value gap. Looking to take a small partial above this high. All right, I'm going short here. Come on now, that's too easy.
I come on record and tell y'all, when it comes to legalized bank robbing, I'm the best.
I'm buying this fair value gap. I'll take that.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Hopefully everybody's doing good, feeling good, looking good. What's going on? What's up? What's up? Morning chat. Let's go. What's going on? What's up? What's up? Top of the morning. I see y'all. I see y'all. Let's do it. Difficult day all time. We are not at all-time highs just yet. Not yet. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. We're going to get right into it. Hopefully everybody's doing well this morning. Tape reading. This is a public stream. Every now and then I do go live on YouTube and just do a tape reading stream. So I'm back live trading in Discord privately tomorrow morning, 9:15, and also Friday as well. So buy side was our draw liquidity last week. We hit that yesterday. Now what I'm watching on a longer term basis, and this could possibly happen this week, but go ahead and change the color on this. I'm watching this fair value gap on the daily chart, and I want to see us work the upper half of it. Okay, should we be interested in using it as support? And then I'll be looking for that to take us into all-time highs on NQ using the September contract. Okay, I don't look at the continuous contract. I'm not looking at NQ1 or the NQ. I trade the September contract. Most of the volume is on the September contract. So I do all my analysis, all that on the September contract. So all-time highs that I'm looking at on the micro is 22,000, 871,000.25. Okay. I'm not looking at NAS 100. Those are CFDs. We trade futures here in the States. So I'm looking at futures. Now, we'll go ahead and delete that real quick. Should we close with the fair value gap, which I think is likely, okay, and we leave this, I'll treat this fair value gap as a breakaway gap. And this is why I love waiting until we get displacement on the daily chart, because that opens up a whole lot more narrative and algorithmic signatures that can be at play. So should we form a fair value gap here, I would want us to treat this as a breakaway gap, meaning ideally I don't want this to be traded to at all, and we'll be able to use that to frame setups intraday. Or should we trade into it, I'll be watching the high, upper quadrant, and a consequent encroachment for levels of support intraday, and then that could provide nice long setups, but that's later down the road. So let's go ahead and label some things here. This old new week opening gap I think can be a draw. I'm gonna highlight that. And I'm looking at consequent encroachment of this wick here. And that'll be a target for me as well. Pretty much just about hit it. And I'll go ahead and put in the upper quadrant, which is 22,551.25. And then consequent encroachment, 514.25. A lot of people ask what indicators I use for the midnight opening price and all those things. I don't like using indicators for that stuff. I like doing it manually. So I type it out. It doesn't take long. Like they'll say, what indicator did you use for the 8:30 open? None. I just drew it out. It takes 5 seconds. All right, so those are the 3 levels I'm looking at as a potential drawn liquidity for the morning session. Consequent encroachment of this wick, the upper quadrant, and then we have the low of that old new week opening gap. I'll go to it one more time. On the September contract, that candle's close and this candle's open. That is a new week opening gap. So I'm looking for that. Let's go straight to a 15-minute chart. Midnight opening price. No indicator needed. There you go. Save the template. There it is. 8:30 open. There. And how much time we got? About 3.5 minutes into the opening bell. Clearly, we've expanded a lot pre-market as we're heading towards those all-time highs. Gonna take a quick glance at regular trading hours. And we closed here. We're trading at about here, so we're gonna have a premium gap opening, more than likely. Now, just kind of forecasting this in advance. I get a lot of questions asking how I utilize regular trading hours. This is how I view it. We're gonna open up in this region, okay, in a couple of minutes, which is above this high. How I see this is retail often does this here, where they'll have like their classic resistance line or whatever. There's a lot of retail traders who want to go long on the breakout of this high, okay? So the thought process is when we open up here, anybody who's going breakout of this high, they're getting tripped into the marketplace going long, okay? They're tripped in, those orders are hot, they're live, they're active. So I wouldn't want us to just immediately open here and then trade higher, higher, higher. Now, can that happen? Absolutely. But ideally, what I like to see, especially if we're above both of our opening prices and we have a premium gap opening, if we open in this region, those orders are active, okay? Especially anybody who's holding long positions from yesterday, and then we gap higher, they're profitable because you notice we haven't ran on any significant sell side. So I would like to have a premium gap opening, possibly have a movement, reprice in some of the opening range gap. Doesn't have to be all of it, and then possibly see something going higher. But that's just my 2 cents. Let's go ahead and take this off. And we're gonna stay on the 5-minute chart here until we get our 9:30 opening price, and then we'll drop down to the 1 minute. Yeah, yesterday was messy. Yesterday was crazy. Winning / break-even trade turned into a loss. The wicks were insane. That wasn't the only time the micro had some crazy wickage. There were some setups during lunch that form where the fair value gap got completely overshot with the wick, but the mini contract, like it didn't even trade to the fair value gap at all. That happened a few times yesterday. But yeah, low volume. Is my mic plugged in? Yeah, my microphone is plugged in. Audio should be fine. It should be fine. Let me see. Yeah, it says it's fine. It probably just went out for a little bit. Don't know what happened. All right, here's the opening bell in a couple of seconds. So now I'm going to take a look. There's midpoint of the wick on the daily chart, that premium wick. And now the thought process here, we opened above this high. So anybody going breakout of this high, they're tripped in. Okay, that's part of the gap risk. And I'm also looking at all of this here. I haven't ran on any significant sell side, so I want to see if they're interested in repricing this. Possibly upper quadrant of the opening range gap is midpoint. And I'm going to get a measurement of this. About 100 points. Take a quick glance at S&P. My trading view is slow today. Dow, not looking too bullish for right now compared to the other averages. I don't know what's going on with the audio. My microphone was plugged in and everything. I've seen a lot of questions about people asking, how do you trade all-time highs? You just trade it like you trade any other trading day. It's a little different because you wouldn't have like daily levels above you, but you just take buy setups if they're there, and then you'll still have liquidity pools. So you won't have like any levels on a daily basis, but intraday you'll have Asian session liquidity, London liquidity, pre-market liquidity. So you're not just trading in no man's land per se. You can still work within the daily range. Nothing changes. There's still going to be a midnight opening price. There's still going to be a 8:30 opening price. There's still going to be a Judas swing. So nothing changes. It's just instead of targeting and focusing, on levels from the daily chart, you're just kind of working with the hourly and the 15-minute and using those levels. How's your dog doing? I don't have a dog. Silver Bullet ICT has YouTube videos on his channel about how to trade the Silver Bullet. They're very easy. Let's go down to a 1-minute chart. I'm looking at all this sell side here. This is a focus for me. Do you have model in your YouTube channel? I teach a couple of models on the channel. As far as news, I didn't even check the economic calendar today. I know we have Fed chair at 10, which is why I'm tape reading today. And I think that's really it. Yeah. We only have 10 a.m. news today. And then tomorrow, ideally, and this is just me, but I would like some measure of sell side taken before we possibly see a continuation higher. Tomorrow we have 8:30 news, high impact. Same thing with Friday. I'm watching this. I want to see this fail. Whenever we open at 9:30 and we get an energetic move like that, if we're already in a deep premium, ideally, most times I would like to see that fair value gap fail. We use it as resistance to take out sell side. It's not mandatory, but the thought process is I want to see some traders get knocked out of their long positions before we possibly see another aggressive rally higher. I'm gonna check S&P. Oh, S&P looks nasty for right now. Why does the Dow look so spotty? Like, look at all those like volume imbalances. Why does it look like that? NASDAQ looks so much cleaner compared to all the other indices as far as like the candlesticks are actually touching. That's disgusting. How do you even try? I don't see how people would be trading that. And I used to trade S&P, but I don't remember it looking like that. Highlighting this in gray because I do want it to see it fail in the future. Should we trade back down into it? Good old Phil. Good old Phil. Y'all think ICT is actually taking a break until September? That's what he said on his Twitter post. That is family matters, that he won't be trading and he won't be on socials until September. I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised if you don't post something today. I know he has some like serious family stuff going on, so you may be serious. So that's the low of the new week opening gap on the September contract. Zoom out a little bit. I would really like them to clean this up. To me, that would set the stage for really nice long opportunities and get us in a short-term discount because we have sell side relative equal lows, and we can accumulate beneath the 830 open, and anything higher that'll provide more range for profit taking, and it knocks out traders who've been holding long positions since London. This is a real enticing pool of liquidity. Not forcing that idea because I have the daily chart and other time frames pulled up on my monitor. NQ obviously looks very strong. For those who tuned in late, the levels that I have on my chart, and I'm using the September contract. I'm not looking at the continuous. I'm not looking at CFDs. I'm not looking at NAS 100. I'm looking at the September contract. But daily chart, this wick, the upper quadrant is midpoint, and then weekly, I'm looking at this new week opening gap here. Between that weekly candle's close and this one's open, make sure settlement's turned off, or else it's going to be inaccurate. Which plan? I think I had what trading view plan is this? It's the one that lets you have seconds intervals, like the cheapest one. It's the premium plan for $50 a month. But all you really need is like the plus. If you have, like if you don't use indicators, like you really don't need the extra stuff. If you don't care for the seconds chart, you could really just have the basic plan and be cool. keeping my eye on other indices. Dow's completely doing its own thing. Little decoupled. Now again, we have Fed Chair speaking at 10 o'clock, so it's about 20 minutes from now. And I'm just watching to see, now if I was trading today, like if I was planning on pricing the button and whatnot, what would I be looking for specifically that would get me interested in participating? Well, for one, I wouldn't be interested in longing anywhere up here or up here or up here. It's too rich of a premium. We haven't done any damage on sell side. So for me, that's chasing by longing here, here, here. What I like to see, what would get me interested in getting into the marketplace, is we drop down, take out some measure of sell side, and then participate after knowing that we knocked out a large pool of traders, worked into a discount, and being a buyer down here in this region is way more favorable than being a buyer up here. So that's what I would be looking for, and I wouldn't care for longing any order blocks or fair value gaps. I would forfeit that, because most times we would run right over the top of it, do a little bit of manipulation during the opening range, 9:30 to 10 o'clock, and then you'll find us set up. Because years ago, I used to get cooked just chasing things straight off the open. Like, look, 9:30 open has a lot of strength. It has a lot of momentum. I'm buying it, and they'll just run right over the top of it and then go in my favor. And it's just like, what the heck? I would always get caught in the Judas swing. I see a lot of people asking, am I not looking for a model? This is why I say narrative is so important. I'm not looking for a repricing to midnight opening price today. Could it happen? Yes, it could happen, but you have to understand what we're doing on the daily chart. If we're this far expanded through the daily chart and clearly showing displacement and a possible willingness to trade to all-time highs, I wouldn't necessarily want us to trade. Midnight opening price is somewhere down here. I wouldn't want us to trade there today, given what the daily chart is looking like. So that's why I say you don't need a daily chart when you're trading the models that I teach, but it'll save you from a lot of losing setups, because if you're not looking at the daily chart and you just say, oh, we're above both the opening prices, let's go lower, and we're coming all the way down here, but that doesn't really match the narrative that we have on the daily chart. You don't want to jump in front of a moving train by trying to pick the top. I don't care about the first presented fair value gap. For those in the server, you already know we haven't been paying any attention to the first presented fair value gap. For the purposes of teaching that, you don't need it for profitability. In the live streams, that's like the question I get asked the most. Which is the first presented fair value gap? Which one is it? Is it this one or that one? So I used to use them, keep them on my chart, but so many people were confused. Wait, I thought ICT used this one. Is it, wait, how come you're using, wait, what about the volume imbalance? So I said, you know what? I'm taking all the first presented fair value gaps off my chart, and I'm going to show you that you can still make a hell lot of money, and you can still be very profitable without even referring to the first presented fair value gap. So that's what we've been doing the past couple months. So that's why I don't address it. I don't draw them out. I don't have the first presented fair value gap templates anymore, because you don't need it. I feel like it's causing way more confusion in people's trading. It's actually helping them. So we're working the low end of that old new week opening gap. And I'm keeping my eyes on Dow and S&P, because if they S&P looks disgusting, my goodness. But if Dow and S&P start to roll over and look heavy to the downside, like Dow has already been doing, then I'll expect NASDAQ to kind of follow suit But then again, expectations are low, given we have Fed chair. And we're coming off a large range a day like yesterday. Oh, let me show. I think I'm logged into my, because some people didn't understand what I meant. This is a loss I took yesterday. Where is it at? Tuesday. Am I tripping? Oh, right here. So basically shorting at the low, this breaker, this down close candle. And what happened with the stop loss is my stop was right about here above midpoint of this fair value gap. And this wick, which wasn't, look at all these wicks first of all. Like this is, I'm pretty sure half of these weren't on the actual mini contract. But my stop was here, but this wick happened so fast, it just like snapped up, snapped down. Instead of getting stopped out here, I actually got stopped out near my entry, and this was a pyramid. So that's why I only ended up, like, it was almost a break-even trade. It wasn't as nearly as much as I could have lost. But that's just Fed chair volatility and nastiness. Because some people didn't understand what I was saying. How'd your stop loss get hit, but you only lost $100? It's just volatility. Keeping my eyes on that sell side at 22,480. Again, if I was trading today, I would only be interested in longs if we can at least trade back beneath the 830 open and possibly clean up that sell side. To me, that'll set the stage for possibly higher prices, but anything other than that, I would just forfeit it. It could rally 100,000 handles from here, and that wouldn't be something that I'm interested in. This fair value gap here is highlighted in gray because, again, I'm expecting it to fail in the future. Should we trade to it, I want us to get below it and attack the sell stops here. So I'm basically just trying to walk out a scenario that I would be interested in panning out. And if I don't get that, then that would cause me to stay on the sidelines. Down close candle, bullish order block. I want to see us eat through its mean threshold. I'm ignoring like these long wicks. I'm just focusing on the bodies. So if you get midpoint of the down close candle, I don't want to see any respect of that. So that's the level I'm watching. And if we can eat through that with meaningfulness, then my focus again is the sell side. And this is where I would always, like in the past, I would always get cooked right here because I would be chasing long something out the open out of FOMO that I would miss the move higher. I would be buying the down close candles, or if we had a fair value gap here, I would be buying it and then just completely overlaps all of that, and then it would go higher. And I couldn't figure out why the heck that was happening. It would show strength at the open. I would take a buy, get stopped out, and then it runs. And that would happen so much. And then part of it is patience, and then the other part is just understanding that there's narrative behind this. Everybody's chasing this off the open. Whenever we do something like this here, whenever we open at 9:30 and it's just one directional, everybody, 90% of retailers are getting excited. They want to buy. Well, if you're a smart money trader and you're thinking as such, your thought process is, I want us to run over all of them, knock out those who were impulsive, chasing the open, and work us into a discount. There's your 8:30 open. Now we're free to run higher, in my opinion. It's better if we take out the sell side, it's not needed, but that 8:30 open is a short-term discount. Now I would be interested in, this is the part where I'm sitting up in my seat. I'm getting ready to possibly press buttons because we're in a region that I'm interested in. Take another glance at S&P, completely rolled over. The Dow was looking bearish straight from the open, leading the way lower. So other markets were already showing weakness to the downside. We got a thousand viewers in here. I didn't realize. What's up, family? Tanya must not be streaming today. How we got 1,000 people in here? I was too busy on the chart. I didn't even realize what's going on. I feel like Kai Cenat. What's going on, yo? Oh, she is streaming. That's what's up. Finna be in her chat room saying what's up. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Highlighting this inefficiency in gray, I don't want that to take us higher, because if we rally from here and it's just higher, and we've seen times where it's really bullish, where we open at 9:30 and then it's just off to the races and we never come back. But 90% of retail is profiting off of that, and it doesn't offer any good discounted entries. So this short-term rally, I'm seeing that as short-lived. This is just get people chasing it, trade to the new week opening gap, failure to reach that upper quadrant of the wick on the daily chart. Whenever I highlight something in gray, I'm expecting it to fail, and it would come right back over the top of it. Now, again, sell side is not required to get taken out here. Trading beneath the 8:30 open, that is a discount in itself. That's like trading beneath the midnight open. So small little low taken out here. I prefer this one if I'm being honest, but sell side taken beneath the 8:30 open. Now, in my opinion, we're free to run higher here, and then I'll look for buy side as a draw. Daily premium wick, upper quadrant, things of that sort. Want to see if this becomes a reclaimed fair value gap, but I would need a closure above it, which we didn't get yet. So until we do that, I'll keep it over here. What do you have to say about Silver Bullet? Silver Bullet is a great model, especially if you're in your beginning stages of ICT. It's one of the easier models. Do you like her skills? Yeah, I think Tanya's cool. I think Tanya's cool. When she loses, like, she'll always bounce back sooner than later. Yeah, she's cool. So I'm waiting to see if we get a closure above this inefficiency. And then I'll possibly be looking for the buy side above this high. Tanya is younger than me. I think Tanya's older than me. I think. I'm only 23. I think I heard her age from somewhere, but I think I'm younger. Let's do this. Asking him a delayed. Appreciate that wealth mindset. Come to Kenya. I've got that a lot. A lot of people mention Kenya, Africa. Some people said, what was it? What's another place I hear a lot? Ghana, yeah. I get that one a lot. Again, focus. It's the buy side here. And then the upper quadrant of that wick. That's what I'm aiming for. That's my take profit. All right, so now we have this instance here. Whenever we have two fair value gaps stacked on top of each other, the general rule of thumb is the lower one here. I would want that to stay open, but I'm allowing NASDAQ to trade into this one. So for bullish order flow, I would treat this one as a breakaway gap. Now, if we trade down into this, to me, that's problematic. I would want to see anything in here, especially on a closing basis. So if you're in a trade and you see that, then you can peel some off, or you can close your position if you're worrisome. Or if you're not in a trade and you're just watching order flow, looking for signs that you like, if you see this inefficiency completely get overlapped, it doesn't kill the narrative for higher prices, but that should tell you it may not be as bullish as I would like. So that's what you're observing. Do we leave this one open? And can this one offer support into buy side? If it fails to do that, then it's questionable. I'm going to take a quick glance at S&P. Just fell short of its high there. What's the Dow doing? Relative equal lows taken, a little bit of displacement. All of this buy side for Dow is a little too clean. And now notice it's kind of the same logic with Dow. We open at 930 here, and it's just been one directional lower. So shorting down here or chasing anything lower here is not ideal when all we did straight from the open was just lower. The X, this is just signifying that sell side was taken. Let's take this off. I'm trying to keep this clean. Zoom in a little bit. Do y'all hear that? My upstairs neighbor's going crazy. Bro, they were making so much noise yesterday, man. I literally had to go up there and leave a note on the door and left a little knock because it sounded like 10 people were like wrestling upstairs. Dogs barking, going crazy. It sounded like they're knocking stuff over. Like my apartment was literally shaking. Like, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I had to get a little piece of paper and I wrote, "You are being too loud. Please be quiet. Please," all caps, underline, taped it to the door, quick knock. And I got up out of there, because what? It's ridiculous. And they do it all the time. But it was going on for like 2 hours, just like madness. Trade recaps every day. I do trade recaps like in the Discord streams. Whenever we take a trade or whatever, I'll normally, because while I'm in the trade, I do a pretty good job of like talking it through while I'm in it. But whoa, that sounded. Anyway, I do a pretty good job like talking through the trade, but I'm more focused on the chart and the candlesticks, towards I may miss a few things that I want to teach. So we usually do the trade breakdowns in the live streams just towards the end. So chill. Y'all are crazy. Regarding your motto, just because price but time much short, that's why a lot of people exactly can't be a pattern trader. Look at S&P. S&P is nasty. Oh, we have Fed chair at 10 o'clock. I didn't realize. But usually with Fed chair, it doesn't do anything right at 10 o'clock because most times he doesn't take the podium until 10. Now you will get sometimes like that spike at 10 o'clock. It would just do something crazy. And he hasn't even said a word yet because he normally doesn't even take the podium until 15, 20 minutes after 10. But when it comes to trading live funds, I'm always a little cautious because he could say something that's unpredicted, say something that nobody was probably anticipating. And if you're trading real funds and he says something crazy, that whiplash can be pretty nasty. Bro, somebody's yelling upstairs. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but there's some lady and she's like going off on her man or something. See if I can lift my mic to the ceiling. Can y'all hear this? I'm grade A eavesdropper. Like, this is what I do. I know all the drama that goes around my building. Can y'all hear that? She going crazy on him. Yeah, they got some baby mama drama going up there. That's crazy. She probably found out that he's trading CRT or something. I'd be mad too. Shoot. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Time to get your own house. I'm trying, man. I'm talking to a realtor. We've been touring homes and all that last weekend. Trying to get out. Trying to build. And get that going. I stream every day in Discord. Live trade every day in Discord. Not every day. I live stream every day, but not every day is a live trading day. Like if it's a low probability day, like today, then I'll just choose to tape read. But as far as pressing buttons and taking trades, pretty much what you see in my YouTube channel, that part's only in Discord. And then I post the footage and little snippets of that on YouTube afterwards. So price just range bound right now. It's kind of just hanging around. Nothing in here really interests me. I still like the idea of higher prices here. Again, I would have liked the sell side to get taken. To me, that's ideal, because once we take that sell side out now, I think it's free game. This low is fine, and we still trade beneath the midnight open. But for me personally, for the full conviction that's likely to go higher, this is what I would have favored. Do you see SMT? Whenever it's just range bound, it's not really moving. I only look at SMT if we're at key levels that I like to look at. And right now it's kind of just hanging around. I plan on staying on here till about 11. Bro, she's going crazy. She's getting louder. That's the way to start the morning, huh? I don't see how people have that much energy in the morning to doing all that hooting and hollering. Let them know they're live on you, man. Like she going ham. I'm waiting for price to do something that's worthy of talking about. It's kind of just at a standstill. But directional wise, I still favor higher prices. I'm looking at the buy side here. And then that daily premium wick, the upper quadrant that we outlined in the beginning of the stream, that's a focus for me. Not interested in anything down here. Sell side, that's fine if we take that out, but overall focus for the morning session is higher prices. $10 a.m. arguing. It's not even 10 a.m. where I'm at. It's 9 a.m. So she up bright and early going crazy. Price is getting more and more nasty as the candles start to print. S&P, blowing accounts. Let's look at Dow. Dow and S&P just look spotty just naturally because, I don't know. I can't believe I used to trade ES. No, I don't trade gold. I traded gold like a handful of times during Asia, but I don't trade Asia anymore, really. I rarely trade the PM session. I only trade it if I just have free time for whatever, or if I want to recoup a loss from the AM, then I'll trade the PM session, but it's too much screen time. So I just stick to the morning session, NQ, and then go about my day. How to get nerfed. Tanya's a streamer. Search her in the YouTube. You'll find her. It won't be hard. Who is Tanya? Who is Tanya? You just gotta search it. Oh, nasty, nasty. Again, no news this morning other than Fed chair, so not really expecting any fireworks that stem from those news drivers. Let's see what gold is doing. Small daily range on gold so far. Oh, there's sell side. That's what I like. That's what I wanted. Let's change this. Small little 15-minute fair value gap. This is pretty nasty. The wickage. Now I'm like always comparing the wicks, given what we've seen in the past couple of days. It's about the same. Slow morning for right now. Still early. It's only 10:14. Next month's schedule is probably gonna be sent out on the 30th. I usually try to have them out like on the last day of the month. Sometimes I send it out on the 1st. It really just depends. Thursday be better. I'm expecting Thursday and Friday to be the cleaner days, which is why I'm waiting for tomorrow to start trading. Now I'm done for the month. I shared it on Twitter, but I'm done for the month on my personal account. And my funded, I'm just like lightly trading it. I'm not doing too much on that yet until I get more payouts. But I think Thursday and Friday, especially with the expansions we've seen this week, TGIF is always a possibility. TGIF, it's just a 20% retracement of the weekly range. So you take your weekly candle, you do it on Friday. You take your weekly candle, run a fib on it from, like, we've expanded higher. So you take a fib from the low to the high, get a 20 to 30% retracement, and then you look for that 20 to 30% retracement intraday to frame setups, use it kind of like a draw liquidity. ICT has videos on all that stuff. So this is the sell side that I was looking for to get taken out. Now I'm observing if we could get something bullish without trying to pick a bottom. So if we get any meaningful displacement, leave a fair value gap, that sort of thing, that's what I'd be interested in. Midnight opening price isn't far away. What is that, like 100 handles? 60 handles. It's possible, but this is what I wanted to see get taken out before we rally higher. And then if we look at our opening range gap, that might be midpoint. Upper quadrant just fell short of it. Getting a payout, yeah. I got the payout, the first payout I requested hit my bank account a couple of days ago. But Apex rules, you can only take out, like, the account is up 25,000, but I can only take out like 3,500 for your first 5 payouts or whatever. So now the account is up like 21,000 and some change. So I have to trade another 8 days and whatnot. Then I could take out another 3,500. Trade another 8 days. Then I could take out another 3,500. So I'm just doing that until I'm back down to 307,500, because you have to have a $7,500 buffer in your account. So if it was up to me, I would take out all 25 grand and just leave the prop firm. That's what I would do, but can't do that with them. They're smart. Buffer, I'm not sure what the buffers are on the other account sizes. I just know for the 300K account, you need a $7,500 buffer. I haven't abandoned the buy side as a draw. This is the sell side that I wanted to see get taken out before I was interested in anything higher. Again, wasn't interested in chasing anything right after the open. Trump speaking. Trump is talking. He's always talking or tweeting something. At this point, it's just part of the everyday shenanigans. Y'all saw him drop the F-bomb on national television. That was hilarious. Is that the first time we ever heard a president drop the F-bomb live on TV. It's got to be. I'm not trading today because it's Fed chair, and I'm already done for the month. My month was okay. I did take that week off for vacation, so it's one of my, I don't know. It's just like one of those months where I wasn't like too active on my personal account. I had like 3 red days. It was just like a kind of month. Like it was anything to, whatever. But so here's this week. I'm making sure not to hit that buy button because I'm on my real account. But only 2 trades this week. Monday was a loss. Tuesday was that small loss. Now I could trade today, Thursday, Friday, and finish this week in the green, but that's the last few days of the month. So I may just take my 2 losses for the week and call it there. This was the week I was on vacation, and I did catch some nice setups on paper, but I wasn't trying to trade real money on that Wi-Fi, cruise Wi-Fi. So, I mean, it was okay. 2,000 the first week, vacation, 700 the second week, and then down 400 this week, which I could mitigate, but I'm fine just cashing out, and it's up a little over $2,000. Plus with the Apex payout, that's over $5,000 this month, so I'll take it. And I've only taken 1, 2, all of these trades are on stream, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades this month, which is about, normally I take anywhere between 10 to 12 trades a month, but given I had a whole week off, it's about on pace for what I normally average. So it was fine. More red days, back-to-back red days. It was okay. Not a crazy active month. Only traded 2 days the first week. No trades this week. Didn't trade Thursday, Friday this week. Not trading Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of this week either. And then I won't be trading live funds Monday. But once we hit July, then I'll be back on this personal account. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it like a 5.5. Like, it was okay. I try to aim on my personal account, and obviously the number is going to change as I add more to my account size, but I try to aim for around 5K a month. So I only finished with a little over 2,000, but that's with taking a week off. So try to be a lot better in July. I'm 23 years old. I turned 24 September 12th. I was born the day after 9/11, September 12th, 2001. It was crazy. True story. My mom was in the hospital bed, and all the doctors were watching the TV in the hospital room because the 9/11 stuff was all over the news when people were panicking and all that. And like my mom was like, "Yo, like I'm finna have a baby here. Can we like focus on me?" Crazy time. September 9th, let's go. Shout out to all the Virgos in there. All the Virgos, best zodiac sign. Even though I really don't believe in it like that. I'm from Texas. Good old Texas. Price just hanging around. Take a quick glance at S&P, see what it's got going on. S&P is blowing accounts. Prop firms are going to have a field goal today. Apex, Top Step, My Funded Futures, they all finna see a huge influx of money coming in within the next 24 hours when we get this price action. I would just love to see their stats, like just to be on like the back end of their interface and just see, like, I want to see days like this or days where it's really difficult. I want to see how directly correlated that is to how much money they bring in within the next 24 hours. Like, you know what I mean? And then when it's just easy days where like everybody's winning, we all took the same setup, like how much money and resets are they getting in that day compared to how much money they get on Thursday of NFP week. Like, I would just love to compare the two and just see like how much they're pulling in. I'm really interested in it. Like, they probably like love seeing days like this because they know they finna cash out. Like, if I'm a prop firm and I know I'm making 95% of my money based on reset fees and all that, oh, I hope every day is trash in the market. I would even trade. I just hope it's just hard. I want Trump to tweet crazy stuff. Man, what? And they got a good business model. You can't knock it. I'm not making a prop firm. See, I get a lot of people calling me a fraud and stuff, but me starting a prop firm, that'll solidify it. I'm not even gonna lie. Starting a prop firm. Apex CEO is talking about going after churn and burn. And this price action is getting brutal. Again, still looking for the buy side. That's my draw. And then we haven't tagged that premium wick upper quadrant, that 75% level. Still my focus. But the delivery and all of this, you can see why I'm choosing to not trade today. I have no idea. Cyber, it makes no sense. I don't like that trade. I like Kevin Durant, but yeah, I would rather. And they got for all the basketball heads out there. Yeah, I don't know, because we gave away Dylan Brooks too, one of our best defenders. Brings energy to the team. And then Jalen Green obviously didn't have a great playoff run, play like hot garbage, but young talent. I don't think the Rockets really gave him time to develop. And then we got an old veteran. I don't know. TJR had a prop firm. Oh, ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not saying people who have prop firms are scammers or anything, but it's just like I know how the game goes. Like, prop firms profit off of people failing. Like, you know, that's just how it is. Like, majority of their money comes from people failing. I'm not sure that's a business model that I want to be a part of. Morally, it just doesn't feel right. Which is why, yes, I'm affiliated with Apex, but I'll get on y'all too if I feel like y'all playing around. I don't care if I'm affiliated with you or not. I'm finna tell the people what's really going on. I could care less. How do I get access to the Discord again after leaving the server? You can't. You should have never left. You're no longer allowed back inside. Once you leave, you're out of there. I'm just kidding. Just message me on Twitter or Instagram. Send me your Discord username, and I'll look into getting you back in there. Yeah, and Kevin Durant, he doesn't even play a lot of games. Like, he misses a lot of games. Jalen Green played like every one for like the past 2 years or something. I saw like that. Like Jalen, I'm fine with trading Kevin Durant for Jalen Green. I'll take that. Like that's, I guess. But giving away Dylan Brooks with it, no, I don't know about that one. Haven't got other socials than Discord. You sent a DM on Discord? I don't see anything. I'll check all the DMs later. If you sent it a while ago, you have to resend it because the DMs get pushed to the bottom. See, now every time we get like a spike like that with the wick, I always feel obligated to check the mini contract. See, like that right there, for anybody short, like the wick is nowhere near as obnoxious here as it is on the micro. It's like small little stuff like that could just knock, like we saw yesterday, small stuff like that can knock you out of a winning position. And it's not that you are wrong or offside, it's just that's part of the risk disclosure. That's what we sign up for when we're trading. Like that volatility, you literally signed a disclaimer saying there's no guarantee that you'll get out or get in at your desired price. You know, you understand the risk of slippage and all that. It is what it is. Rockets not done dealing. I mean, what else can they do? They got Kevin Durant. We're not trading Thompson. We're not trading Şengün. At least I don't think we should. What other pieces do we have? Fred. Do we still have Fred? Fred getting a little old. But Fred was balling last year. So I would keep Fred. Veteran of the team, leader. I don't know. I gotta see what they do. We do paper trading. Yes, tomorrow I am paper trading only in the Discord. Again, I'm not trading my live funds until July, but I will paper trade for educational purposes and whatnot tomorrow and Friday. The poor people. Yes, this is the poor people NQ, the micro. You gotta have big bucks to trade the mini contract. Only people who trade the mini contract get special treatment. They don't get the wick foolishness. Yeah, this is horrendous. Not gonna lie. It's pretty crazy. Nasty, nasty, nasty. This is really bad. Like, there's literally nothing in price action worthy of till July. Yeah, July is only like 5 days away. What's today, the 25th? Yeah. We only have 3 trading days left in June. I'm done for the month. It's only 3 days. I just want to see if we make a run for that buy side that's outlined. If we do that, then we'll get off. If it's stalling too much and it's just range bound, then we'll get off of here. But if we look like we're moving a little bit, then I do want to tape read to see if we can reach for that. Consolidations, choppiness, unwilling to leave the 8:30 opening price. It's a high resistance signature. If we're ever consolidating around the 8:30 open or the midnight open, if we're not showing a willingness to leave it, like if we don't trade to it one time, then leave, we just keep revisiting it, trading above it, beneath it, above, beneath, it's no bueno. I'll stay on for like 10 more minutes. If we're still just hanging around, then we'll call it a day. But this is pretty boring price action, slow, nasty price action. Kevin, Team Destroyer. Yeah, I feel like that's gonna throw the chemistry off a little bit, because I feel like the Rockets had a good chemistry going, like young team with a veteran point guard like Fred, like Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Thompson, like just a young core, and then you throw Kevin Durant in the mix, and it's kind of like, I don't know. It's like imagine like kids are having a sleepover, you know what I mean? Like it's like 5 kids, maybe like 13 years old, boys being boys, whatever, and they enjoying having a good time, having a lot of fun, and then grandpa comes in the room saying, "I want to play," and it's just like, eh. It's like it just kills the vibe. Like that's what Kevin Durant is. It's like, yeah, you're cool, but you old as hell, and it's like, no offense to him, but it's just like I don't know. It just kills the whole dynamic of the team. I feel like. I don't know. I mean old in terms of sports. Okay, in sports, when you push in like 35, you consider like you getting old in sports terms. So, no offense to everybody out there. Like he don't even play. He only play like, I don't know. I think he plays maybe 50, 60 games a season or something. Don't quote me on it, but I don't know. How do you come back from 10 losses in a row? 10 losses in a row. Delete TradingView. Just delete it. Delete it. Don't even come back. 10 losses. I ain't gonna lie. 10 losses in a row is kind of crazy. It's not impossible, but 10 losses, that's... When I was blowing accounts back in my Forex days, I don't even think I lost 10 times in a row. And I'm not trying to like put you down or nothing, but that is kind of crazy. You almost have to like... I'm just playing, man. We can joke around, man. I just be joking. 10 losses in a row. I would switch to paper or just tape read, continue to study. Don't buy no more prop firm challenges or combines. Put all that stuff to the side for now because you're not ready just yet. And I wouldn't even paper trade. Just continue to study, back test or quit. Either one, it's up to you. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. Don't quit. I'll just be joking. Have a sense of humor. I'll just be playing around with you. Trading's hard, man. Take a little break. Lower your risk if you're still trading, which I don't think you should be. If you're in that big of a slump, I think you need to take a break and just tape read, get your confidence back test, kind of get in your rhythm, and then slowly ease back into it by paper trading. Get a couple wins under your belt, get your emotions in check, and then just go from there. Ten losses in a row. That's like our professor when I was in college. He used to do this thing. So we would have final exams, right? And he would give you kind of an out, basically. So he would say, you take your final exam and whatnot, you try to pass it, get the best score you can, the usual. Or if you get every question wrong, he would give you 100 and you would pass the class. Meaning the exam would be maybe 50 questions. If you get every single question wrong, you will pass the class automatically. He'll give you A. There it is. And he had people done it and they never do it because the chances of getting every single question wrong, it's almost impossible because in order to get every single question wrong, you have to know the answer to most of those questions. You know what I mean? Like you can't even, it's just not possible. Because you're going to guess, in order to get every question wrong, you have to know the answer to every question. Because you have to know what not to pick. So it's kind of like a trap. Somebody will get 1 or 2 questions right by accident, and then they'll finish the exam with like a 4. It's like, so that's what came to mind when I hear like somebody lost 10 trades in a row. It's like, yeah, like I don't know. Now, 7, 8 trades in a row, that's possible. I've done that. But 10? 10 is up there. That's a lot now. That's a lot. So something ain't clicking. You know what I mean? He says, so I know too much. Basically, if you're losing 10 trades in a row, I'm basically saying that you know too much. You got to break it down. You know too much. You too good, pretty much. $14 in 2 weeks. 14 losses in 2 weeks. Yeah, you gotta lower that trade frequency. 14 losses in 2 weeks that's a lot, bro. And that's not including. I'm assuming you have a couple of wins in there, so you're taking over 14 trades in 2 weeks. That's 7 trades per week on average, and that's only including the losses. So let's say you have a couple wins in there. Let's say you're pushing 20 trades in 2 weeks. That's 10 trades a week on average, and that means you're trading on days that are probably low probability, like today. Like there's only maybe 3 to 4 clean trading days a week. Like 1 or 2 of the trading days in the week is going to be like today, where it's just straight garbage, and you're still squeezing in around 7 to 10 trades. That's a lot, bro. That's a lot. I ain't gonna lie. You see I did that quick math there. Still trying to hang around. I really just want to see if NASDAQ can reach that buy side before I get off of here. It's just moving so slow. $98 trades in one day. Boy, them commissions gonna go crazy. Slow, slow, slow. I'm gonna play a quick video before we get off of here. It's less than 5 minutes long for anybody who's interested in watching it. It's kind of like a manifestation video from a man named Jim Rohns. I believe that's how you say it. I just watched it yesterday, and I'm big on like manifesting / like praying for anything you want out of life. And this video popped up on my feed a couple days ago, so we're gonna watch it towards the end. 11 o'clock, I'll be down on the chart. So within the next 15 minutes, I'm getting off because, I mean, we really just haven't done much at all. This is pretty nasty. When it comes to prop firms, I always recommend risking the lowest leverage, 0.5%. 0.5%. Why do you say today is low probability? Well, we're coming off a large range day. We moved a lot yesterday. And the general rule of thumb is whenever we moved a lot previous day, like here, these are Discord trades, but whenever we're coming off a large range day like here, the following morning session is likely to be low probability. We have Fed chair speaking, which alone makes the morning session a little wonky. In my trading plan, I have Fed chair days listed as either caution days, meaning I can trade it, but just proceed with caution, lower your risk, or there are no trade days, meaning I just won't even trade it at all like we're doing today. So just those two factors alone can make the morning session a little bit more difficult. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pull this up for anybody who, because this is something that I'm a fan of, asking for things and getting whatever it is that you want out of this life by asking for it. A lot of people don't have what they want because they simply don't ask. And if you're a believer in Christ, if you're a man or woman of faith, I think asking is huge. So I'm gonna play this real quick, and then we'll get off here. So hold on. If you're not interested in this stuff, you can leave, but it's less than 5 minutes. Charts ain't doing nothing worthy. OBS is so complicated, bro. 'Cause I don't even know how to. Switch to YouTube like that. Do you have these rules somewhere in Discord? Rules, it's on my trading plan. If you're in the Discord, go to my trading plan tab and you'll see it there. I'm trying to figure out how to do this OBS thing. Oh, not that. How is that there? I don't even have that open. Hold on. Bear with me. I'm gonna figure this out. Give me like a couple minutes. Got you. 1050 macro, I'm really not concerned with it. It's just really sloppy right now. It's hard for me to really trust anything with any sort of confidence. NASA looks like it's getting a little heavy, but we're pushing 11 o'clock, so. Somebody's blowing up my phone. Man, I feel like I'm Kevin Durant. I'm old. I don't know what I'm doing. I've done it before. Okay, let me just try this. Behind the scenes production. Hold on 1 second. I think we could just do this. There we go. Come on now, chill. All right, here we go.
How to get whatever you want. That's the title of the next set of notes. How to get whatever you want. That's the title of the next set of notes. How to get whatever you want. Here's what it says if you're ready. It says, ask. That's it. End of notes. Ask. If there's one art in life to learn extremely well, that's got to be one of them. The art of asking. What does ask mean? Ask means, what do you want? And the formula is staggering. It says ask and what? A guy ought to look into that. See, you've got to be better than a good worker. You've got to be a good asker. Now, let me give you 3 key points on asking and receiving. This can do it. Number 1, asking is the beginning of receiving. Asking starts a unique process, mental and emotional. I don't even know how it works. All I know is it works. It's like pushing a button and all this machinery starts working. I don't know how. It just works. There's a lot of things you don't need to know how. Just work them. Some people are always studying the roots. Others are picking the fruit. I mean, it depends on what end of it you want in on. Asking is the beginning of receiving, so start the process. Here's number 2. Receiving is not the problem. Receiving is automatic. Now, if that's true, receiving is not the problem, what's the problem? Failure to ask might be one of your major problems. I don't know. Check it out. The guy says, oh, now I see it. I got up last year and hit it every day, but there's not a scrap of paper with my goals on it. Good worker, poor asker. So you got to change that. Here's number 3. Receiving is like the ocean. There's plenty. Success is not in short supply. It isn't rationed, and you stepped up to the window and it was all gone. No, no, no. It's like an ocean here. Now, if that's true, what's the problem? Well, some people go to the ocean with a teaspoon. Have you got the picture? See, what you want to do in view of the size of the ocean is trade your teaspoon for at least a bucket, and you'll look better down at the ocean. Kids won't make fun of you, right? Okay. Now, there's 2 ways to ask, and we'll wrap up goal setting. 2 ways. Here's number one. Ask with intelligence. It didn't say ask intelligently, but I'm sure it meant that. Don't mumble. You don't get anything by mumbling. Be clear. Be specific. Intelligent asking means how wide, how high, how soon, when, what size, what color, how much. Define what you want and describe what you want. That's powerful. Goals become like a magnet. They pull you that direction. And the better you describe them, the more they pull. So ask intelligently. Here's number two. Ask with faith. That's the childish part of the equation. Believe you can get what you want like a child. Not an adult. Adults are too skeptical. So the formula really reads, make plans like an adult and believe in them like a child. And the most incredible things will happen. Just try it for 90 days. Just try it. You can always go back to the old ways. Just try it. Just 90 days, 90 days. The world admires the doers.
Good stuff. Good freaking stuff. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So we're gonna go ahead and get off of here. Trent probably said I want an orange Corvette with C trait. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. I had that orange Corvette on my vision board about a year and a half ago on my phone. Cause I'm a big on asking. Because how can you want something if you never asked for it? And obviously you have to pair that with work ethic. But I see y'all asking for the link here. I'll send it in. Not everybody's in the Discord, so I'm gonna send it in the chat room real quick. But let me find this real quick. Chat room. All right, I just sent it in the chat room. But about a year and a half ago, I had a vision board, and it would be my screensaver of my phone, a screensaver on my phone. And the vision board, it had like a whole bunch of $100 bills on it, manifesting cash, money, wealth, all that. It had a picture of a bunch of water, because like I wanted to travel, and this is before I'm profitable. This is like a long time ago. I had a picture of like beautiful water on a beach to symbolize like I wanted to travel, explore the world, see different things. There's like a nice house on there, like big house, huge floor to ceiling windows, super modern. You know, eventually I want to have me a nice crib one day. And then another thing on the vision board, and these are all pictures. You gotta have visually, gotta see it. And then I had an orange Corvette on there, and this was a long time ago. I had an orange Corvette on there. It had black stripes down the middle, and because that's the car I wanted. Fast forward to I don't know, maybe 7 months ago, go to the dealership, and I'm not planning on buying a car. I'm just, window shopping. And I'm walking into the car dealership, and the first car that catches my eye is an orange Corvette, black stripe down the middle. And the guy says, this car here only got 6,000 miles on it, great condition. The price on it was great. And I said, I'll be damned. Drove out with it that same day. Another thing I had on my vision board, water, beautiful beach. Just got off a beautiful cruise with my lady. We're in the beach, most beautiful scenery in Mexico. It was amazing. And I mean, everything on my vision board has pretty much came into fruition. I had to make another one actually. What I had dollar bills on there, hundreds, like stacks of money, just pictures of it on the front of my phone. 6 figures. 6 figures and counting. So I also had a house on there, nice big house. I just took a tour with my realtor yesterday, looking at homes, looking to build, and get that process going, talking with lenders this week. Everything on my vision board is because I asked for, and combine that with prayer. praying for things, asking for it. Obviously, faith without works is dead. You have to work for it. But I believe if you combine prayer and ask, you get anything you want. So hopefully that was motivating for y'all. Wish y'all the best of luck in your trading the rest of the day. I will not be trading today. My charts will be closed after this. And tomorrow and Friday, I'll be live trading back in Discord. It will be on paper because I'm done on my live account for the month. I'm picking back up on July. And what else? Monthly schedule for July will be sent out probably on the 30th or the 1st of July. And we'll have the schedule for there. It'll be sent out in my community tab. It'll be posted on Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. And I think that's it. So not a lot going on price action wise. As you can see, the chart, it's been pretty boring. It's just one of those days where Fed chair day, coming off a large range day, we didn't do anything all morning, just pretty nasty. So it is what it is. We're back at it tomorrow. Hopefully we get cleaner price action and see if we can start getting some movement towards those all-time highs. But if you did learn something, please subscribe. If you're a newcomer, please subscribe, share the live. If you're not in the Discord, I hope you're enjoying the YouTube channel and all the content. I love posting for you guys. I have a ball. And YouTube community, I'll see you when I see you. Have a great rest of your weekend. Discord community, I'll see y'all back here for the live stream tomorrow morning at 9:15. All right? Peace.